to make shift happen in every way. Make shift happen. Today's the day. Make shift happen in every way. Yes, hi everyone. Welcome. This is Tammy Lee with Make Shift Happen, bringing to you, the Spiritual Variety Show every Wednesday here in social media, in the different realms of social media. For those of you that are newer to me, welcome everyone. I am Tammy Lee, a magical shift maker and way shower, helping to bridge helping to be the bridge of escorting you into the realms of possibilities, into our inner sanctuary. Instead of looking outside, we go within, and we go within, and we go within. And that's where the real magic happens. So welcome, everyone. I'm Tammy Lee with the Emerald Compass. You can find more things out on the 𝗏𝗏𝐿-compass.com. If you desire to reach out to me, book a session, or find more out about me, I actually have a healing audio video on my website, www.theemeraldcompass.com, where toning has come through me, and I had an exceptional artist help create a video and helped. We co-created with my toning in there, and I've had a lot of incredible feedback beyond my imagination, never knowing where, how our gifts can actually bring forth miracles for ourselves and for others. And that's one of the things I want to dive in with you today, is how do we create our own miracles? See, one of the ways I believe, and truly heartfelt yes, is having the intention, I expect miracles. I expect miracles. I expect miracles daily, hourly, weekly, monthly. I expect miracles 24/7. So when the miracles, know that you're expecting them, and your awareness, your antennas, I guess we could say. Wow, there's a big glare in my glasses in there. Okay, well, we're just going to go with it. When we allow ourselves to have the intention, I expect miracles, and we feel that deep within us. So just take a deep breath right now for a moment. Take a deep breath for me, and with me. Take a deep breath with me right now. Allow your body to sink in. Allow your breath, so you can, like, I intend. I expect miracles. And you breathe that in. I expect miracles. Breathe that in with that intention, with that breath. And on the exhale, I expect miracles. Yes, because when we expect miracles, the miracle realms, they hear us. All the beings, our soul, our spirit, our essence feels that. And a miracle can be as simple as a flower blossoming. A miracle can be as simple as, wow, I got out of bed this morning. A miracle can be a simple act as, wow, there's no stiffness in my joints today. Right? A miracle can be, wow, I woke up feeling vibrant. Wow, I have vitality. Those can be miracles. Wow, I woke up with a great attitude. Ooh. Yeah. When we expect miracles, miracles come to visit us. I even have a shirt, I expect miracles, that I wear. Hi, Joanne. Welcome, welcome, darling. So, one of the ways that we can also expect miracles, or how we can open ourselves, our inner vast landscape, to miracles, is when we discern between a yes and a no. I had somebody send me actually tag me in a message the other day, and she was really wanting to have a yes, like, I'm listening to my yes for this, and in regards to the post that she posted. And it reminded me of, you know what, it's okay to have a no. How many times, women, have you felt something not right, yet you gloss over it because there's a no in there? And so many of us have been raised to gloss over our no's. N-O. The first time that I really felt this was probably a year and a half to 2 years ago. And I'm doing some energy medicine work with a small group of other women. And so I'm 59. So that was like 57, 58 years old when this happens. And I feel this no, even though all the other group, like the rest of the group, they're like, oh yes, I feel this yes. And within me, I felt a partial yes and a big no, whatever the question was that was posed to us. And I still remember where I was at when I felt that no. And I still remember feeling it was wrong to feel the no, because we're not taught to feel our no. We're taught so many times that we must just go along no matter what we feel, even though we feel a no, and not something's not right. Something's not right, and we still go along with it. Girls, I have been like, that's been most of my life, and I'm still recognizing within myself and within my clients, like just being in that space of being witness for, especially a woman, when she feels that no, and being able to express it and holding that sacred space for her to be able to feel the no and to express it. The leader of the group, she was incredible at how I even felt like a bit of shame coming forth as I'm like, well, I know not everybody else is doing this, but I feel a no. Like, I didn't even want to get it out of my throat because I thought I would be condemned for feeling my no. And she was, just like, yes, Tammy. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You're feeling your no. I was celebrated for feeling my no. There are times in life So let me know. Do you, some of you have a no? Have you felt a no? And you have glossed over it. I have. How many of you have? And are we allowing ourselves from this day forward, okay? From this day forward, not to judge ourselves, right? No judgment. Allowing grace to come with us, walk with us. And as she does, finding those no's. And it's okay. It's okay to give yourself permission. It's okay to feel no's around certain circumstances, even with our family members. No. It's okay if others feel disappointed because we've said yes so much of our lifetime. And now we're starting to say no. Like, oh my gosh, who are you to say no? And it's okay. And if you need to hear this, darlings, hear this loud and clear. You are given permission to say no. You have permission to be in your no. Do you realize that sometimes when we do not recognize or know, when we do not stand in our no, that we literally enable others? We enable others to be in whatever they're in when we do not stand strong in our no. And sometimes it goes with a no more. I had a friend one time. Yeah, we don't talk that much. We haven't talked probably in a couple years, maybe longer. I was driving home and she had called me. And I realized we were really close and really close to where I divulge a lot of deep personal things to her. And as we were talking, I could feel the exhaustion taking me over because she's one that really thrived on drama, and I never saw that before until this moment when I'm driving, and I had an hour yet, over an hour before I got home, and it just blurted out of me, "Wow, you must really love drama." And it took her back. Because see, in me, there was a no saying, no more. No more. No more of allowing me to be the pail for people to fill up their drama with. And I said it in a kind way, and I'm like, wow, you must really like to be in drama. And it took her back. And she's like, whoa, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I've been talking to you for an hour, and this is all drama, and it's exhausting. And I have an hour left to go in my drive, and I'm exhausted now. Now, I took full accountability for where I was at because I allowed it. I allowed it for a full hour. But I know I needed that in order to see through the different veils of what was being shown to me. And not everyone can or will accept you for being in your no, being in your no more. And that's where you find your true relationships come through. True relationships. Sometimes it's scary to say no more. Sometimes it's scary to say, no, I have a no for that. Allow yourself to be in the fear of that. Allow yourself to shake if that's what you do. Because it's not about, the fear is usually because it's something new. It's not like your life is threatened. The fear is, oh, this is something new. My body's shaking because I am saying no. I really have a no for this. And just be in that and allow the no to permeate. Allow the no to permeate through your cells. You may be surprised that your cells will start jumping for joy, because within your cellular structure, all those no's that you've been glossing over, that we have been glossing over in our lifetime, in this lifetime, and other no's we've carried forth from other lifetimes, because we've never felt like we could say no. Right? You're shaking the structure of what was once there. Starting to shake the structure of becoming into your true self-expression. Your sacred self-expression of who you are desires to come forth. Actually requires to come forth. So practicing being in your no, starting with little things. What's something that you can think of that you have felt like, no, not right. Can I say it out loud? What is something that you have been working on that you feel a no for? That you haven't allowed yourself the grace and the ease and the peace to be with the no. You can start asking yourself those questions. You can start asking yourself those questions and start diving into that. Sometimes that no comes from the deep gut. Sometimes the no comes from the head. Sometimes from your throat. And sometimes you don't even have to know, right? Allow yourself not to know why you have a no. Have you ever done this? Like, oh, I feel like this isn't right. Oh, yeah, I feel my no. Oh, why do I feel my no? And we make ourselves wrong for it. Make ourselves wrong for it. Here's a practice that I do. If it's not a full body yes, like let's just say signing up for something. You're looking for a coach, or you're wanting a session with somebody, or let's see, or you have a job opportunity. Let's do that one. You have a job opportunity. Or as a teenager, this is a good one. Because I remember this. Oh my gosh. I was set up with this guy. I can't remember how. I think a girlfriend of mine and her boyfriend set me up with this guy. And I really had to know, ugh. But I didn't want to hurt his feelings. And I did not say no. And the whole time I'm up on a date with him, it felt gross. It felt weird. I mean, he did introduce me to lightning shows, But now when I watch a lightning show, which I love, I remember that sometimes. And like it's been coming up lately of, wow, I didn't say my no. I never knew I could, because I had to spare the feelings of this person or that person or this group or that group. To spare the feelings of someone else means suppressing our own self. When we truly have a no for something, we're saying no to our spirit. Okay, so when we truly have a no for something and we do not speak it, we squash down our spirit. Does that make sense? Like I can even feel energy in here, like coming back because of the no. So there's a forgiveness there that wants to happen. There's a forgiveness with me, with myself, that wants to happen for all the no's that I never said that wanted to be said. I can feel the forgiveness energy coming through right now. Like it's so grateful. Parts of my beingness is grateful, and I can feel the heat. Like my body right now is heating up. Feel like I have a sunburn across my whole body because of the energy that's moving through. I forgive me. I forgive me for all the no's I never spoke. I forgive me for all the no's, the N-O. I forgive me. Like that part of me, that essence part of me, that, wow, I can feel that within me. And I can feel it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I can feel it. I love you, I love you, I love you. And any shame or guilt that was held, like even when I was molested a couple times, when I was younger, saying no, like I froze, like the no would not come out of my throat. The no would not come out of my throat. Couldn't scream. I couldn't, like no sound would come out. Unless, you know, a big no, right? And I couldn't say anything. That's like that freeze, fight, flight, or freeze. So, hi, Brianne. So glad you could join us. Hey, darling, you know what? Right above this video, there should be a link at the very bottom that says, I'm going live with StreamYard. So if you click on that link, it gives StreamYard, you're giving StreamYard permission to say, to let me see you over in the StreamYard studio. That's the word I was thinking of. So we're talking a lot about no's today, and actually having a no and being okay with that. And for all the no's we've ever had in our lifetime, and maybe later we beat ourselves up for, why didn't I say no? Why didn't I say no? And it's never too late to say a no. Usually it's never too late to say a no. When my kids, so all my kids now are in their 30s, except for my son, he's 41. And when they were growing up, they were in religion, and I taught religion, and I was a CYO sponsor, Christian Youth Organization sponsor. So I would go on trips with them and everything. And there was one point in time where I was going through bad, really, I would say probably life-threatening like internally, there was a point in time where my soul, I could feel that was starting to leave my body. And I had to say no. I had to say no more of volunteering. I over volunteered. I overdid things in order not to feel the deep pain that I tried to gloss over. Okay. No amount of, well, I shouldn't say no amount, very little amount of any kind of counseling. Back in my 30s, hardly any of it worked. There was something bigger. And nobody back in those days in Midwest Kansas did, that I knew of then, did energy work. If you did energy work or energy medicine, you would have probably been hung on a cross or hung up or stoned to death because it was considered evil. I even remember one time when I started coming out doing energy medicine work and facilitating different groups, live groups, in-person groups. I even had a lady, she came up to me, she's like, you do this work and you are still alive? And she was serious. She was probably 10 to 20 years older than me. And she even, like, there's that mentality. So I also said, no more to hiding. Now that's been a process. That's been a process for me because I've had to work through a lot of internal things. So what are you feeling a true no for? And can you forgive yourself? Will you forgive yourself for all the no's you've ever felt in this lifetime? And allow yourself to, like, just forgive yourself and add that grace into your life. When we forgive ourselves, more grace, more peace can work with us, can be with us, can walk with us. And more miracles can visit us and show us their magic. Joanne says, I finally learned that when I felt a no, in quotes, I would acknowledge it, discover what it was I didn't want to agree to, and then decided that I really would say no. Or become willing, and I agreed with myself to go for it with my whole self. So no longer do I do things half-heartedly. Thank you for this topic. Oh, you're welcome, darling. It's amazing. Hey, Carol, so glad you could join us. It's amazing when, I tell you what, girls, when you say things to me, when you post different posts, or when you like, hey, Tammy, look at this, or hey, what do you think about that? That is what helps spur on the conversations that I bring forth. It really does. Because all it took was one lady to post a certain picture and say, I really want to find my yes for this. And I responded to her, well, allow your no to come forth. If there's a no, allow it to come forth and feel it, know it, and allow it to show you maybe a different way that your soul and your spirit has been wanting to guide you. Instead of glossing over the no, to look at the no and say, hey, okay, I see you. I recognize you. I feel you. Where do you want to take me? What else do you want to show me? Hey, no, what else is a possibility? Oh, yeah, really. Yeah, feel that. Maybe our no's, our N-O, is wanting to show us grander possibilities that exist. That's great food for thought, right? Maybe our nose, in quote, N-O, want to show us greater possibilities that exist. So I encourage you, where you do not feel a full body yes for something, allow the no to come forth. And even talk to it, even ask it. Yo, no. Is there something else you want me to see here? I ain't getting. Yeah, sometimes the slang starts coming through me. Have fun with it. Don't be so serious about it, right? Girls, golly gee, I can get serious about stuff. Yeah. Glad I can catch me in it. Do you feel a full body yes when you say something to something? When you say yes to something, is it a full body internal yes? Do you wake up the next morning still feeling that full body? Is there a little niggling going on? That is like, that's a bit of a no coming forth. If there's a squeak, usually there's a no. Allow that no to come forth and show you maybe a bigger picture, a different possibility. Yeah. This is how we become even more sovereign within ourselves. This is how we can become more sovereign within ourselves. And you're right, Joanne. She says, and our nose, in quote, N-O-S's, nose, can be respectful. We can thank people for the invitation and then say, but it's not for me, or not at this time, or I have other commitments. Or you can just say, without explanation, thank you and no. You don't have to explain, right? Thank you and no. How many times, thank you for that, Joanne. This is another point. How many times do we feel like we have to explain why we say no? We don't need to explain. Thank you and no. So you're saying your no then with a positive on the front of it. Even like thank you and yes. Thank you and yes. Thank you and no. Yeah, you might get that. Thank you and no. Yes, niggles are so important to notice and acknowledge. I like that word. Little niggling going on there. Oh, no explanations necessary. Feel that freedom, girls. Feel that freedom. Ah! No explanations necessary. With your no. You can say no with a smile. Thank you and no. So just take a deep breath. Take that breath into your lungs. Take that deep, deep breath into your lungs. Breathe in that life force energy that's here to support you in your no, in finding your nose. And the reason I'm saying N-O with an S, because not everybody's going to see this chat when they listen to the replay. So I don't want them to think it's the nose on your head, because we're saying nose. I want you to know it's in quotes, N-O. And guess what? There's a dog with just put his nose, N-O-S-E, on my arm. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's enough. Go. Oh God, that's funny. So yes, he's not going. He wants to be petted. You. So, do you want to say hi? This is Caesar. You want to say hi to all the ladies, Caesar? Huh? Oh. So we're out of town at a friend's house. So, ladies, allow the nose to come forth. Allow forgiveness. Allow forgiveness within. Whenever you feel a no, for all the no's you've ever said. Allow the forgiveness energy to stream through your body. To disengage all those no's that were never expressed. The forgiveness energy will take all of them and dissolve them. Thank you for that. We'll dissolve them. We'll dissolve them. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. Thank you to Jan, who helped to bring forth this subject matter. I knew right away, I'm like, that's what I'm going to talk about on Wednesday. And let me know, ladies, let me know if this is a good time of the day, Wednesday at noon, or if evenings work better. I've kind of been playing with that possibility of moving the makeshift happen to the evenings. Like I said, just kind of playing with it. So looking for what helps us support more women in our group and across the board, because this is also being broadcast across the Emerald Compass Facebook business page and on YouTube. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a magnificent rest of the day and a glorious week ahead. Cheers, everyone.